Hello again and welcome back to the third video of the general election campaign. As you can see, I'm dressed a bit more casually tonight. Not long been back in from a leafleting session out in Hayes. Spent a few days down with my friends in Essex as well. Really positive reception down there. And as you can see, the sun's been shining, so my head is matching my red t-shirt. So yeah, you don't have to go all the way to Spain for a suntan. Just come out and do a bit of campaigning with UKIP. So after my last video, very disappointed to see the Tories confirmed exactly what I thought they would do. They're talking about a 12-mile rather than a 200-mile international limit for our fishing waters, which we're entitled to, and also they're going to keep us in the European Court of Human Rights, which that's now been confirmed in their manifesto. One thing that really hit us locally, they have now committed to the third runway at Heathrow as well as HS2. Well, HS2 is a massive white elephant, huge waste of money that's going to hammer the north of our borough. But the Heathrow one is very close to my heart because it's here in Hayes and Harlington, and it's an absolutely ridiculous decision. Theresa May, as an opposition MP in 2009, celebrated the fact that the last attempt to build it was stopped. She said that it was against the wishes of her constituents, it should never have been built, it was the wrong thing to do. Now as Prime Minister, she's trying to push that through. Yeah, lovely 180-degree turn there, Theresa. But why is it such a bad idea? Well, there are various reasons why. We're going to lose over 800 homes immediately, many of them 3-bedroom family homes, which will be bulldozed for the runway, and there'll be another couple of thousand homes that are going to be pretty much uninhabitable because of the noise and the pollution. And the air pollution around our area is shockingly bad. In many places it exceeds the legal limit. In some cases, at peak hours, it's 5 times the legal limit. And this tends to be the times when our kids are going to school, and it's no surprise that as a result we've seen a massive rise in respiratory problems and asthma amongst our children. So the health aspect of it, the housing aspect of it is awful. The business case doesn't stack up. They're talking about we need it for industry to reach out, but the reality is that business and hub flights have been in decline for years. The growth is in long and short haul point-to-point flights, and if we are really serious about getting this country up and running, there are airports all across the country that can do these long haul point-to-point flights that are drastically underused, and it can reinvigorate those areas. You know, rather than people having to come all the way down to Heathrow to get their flight there, they could go out of airports like Doncaster, Robin Hood, massively underused. Used to be an RAF bomber base. You can fly pretty much any aircraft off of there. All you need to do, improve the surface access. Let's get these airports up and running. We can reopen Manston, which is UKIP policy, and in fact our council down there are working to get that going at the moment. And if we do indeed need another airport in the southeast, then again the UKIP policy there is let's have a look at Gatwick. Far less environmental issues. We won't have to demolish anywhere near as many houses, and also we wouldn't have to spend the £18 billion of taxpayers' money that Transport for London say will be needed to upgrade the infrastructure to support a new third runway. So the whole thing doesn't make sense. If Heathrow tell you that they're at capacity, why last month was there a report to say that more flights and more freight are going out of there than ever before? They've been telling us they've been full for years, yet you have these record-breaking figures every month. Something there doesn't add up. Well, maybe it's down to the fact that last year 2.6 million empty chairs flew out of Heathrow. That's the equivalent of 8,000 flights at 300 seats per plane. Maybe you should be looking at making it more efficient, guys, rather than whacking a runway in that's going to destroy our area that isn't needed. And the fact that the Tories have committed to this when they've turned round before and said that they opposed it. Indeed, Labour tried to put it through in 2009 and failed on air quality. They'll fail on air quality again, but the Tories want to push it through for their friends in big business. Although I have to say the local Conservative Party, full marks to them, they have actually stood up against it, and the local leader of the council is mounting a legal challenge against the government. and it's not often I give full points to John McDonnell. He's not exactly my favourite person, and I'm not his, but he has been solidly on line with the residents in this. I've stood alongside him before, and it's one of the few things I'll stand alongside him again to oppose. The difference being UKIP is against this project at a local and a national level, whereas obviously the other two parties you're constantly fighting against head office. So if you want to stop the runway, then really the only sensible option is UKIP. I know this isn't, we've been told time again, we all work together and it's not a party political issue, but this needs to go out now. More people around the country need to be aware of this. It's a massive betrayal, in another massive betrayal in the Conservative Party manifesto. You might not think that you're going to be affected by this if you're not living near the airport, but the reality is that's 18 billion of taxpayers' money going in for the upgrade. If they push this through, that's hitting you in the pocket. And also, if you're in an area away from Heathrow, so you're up in the northwest, that's more money coming into London that really should be helping you and helping your area to revitalise, to help the northern powerhouse. Heathrow expansion just concentrates more business in the southeast. Doesn't really help the country. The business case is flawed. So what can I say? Well done, Tories. You've backslid on a number of things, and now you're also going to try and drop, which you won't succeed, but you're going to try and drop a third runway on us down here in Hayes and Harlington. We're going to stand together. We're going to fight it. That is one part of the manifesto that you will not get through. And I think my t-shirt says it all. There we go, chaps. From here in Hayes and Harlington, signing off. No third runway. No ifs, no buts.